All praises to Yahweh Eloheinu Bahashem Yashai Bahashem Rakakadash. Just watching this this vid about ever since Takeoff's death, that rapper of I think it's called Amigos. I'm not too clued up on these new generation Z artists, but this is supposed to be a record executive that's speaking truth, and he says, I don't even know who this guy is. I'm trying to figure out what he is, but more than likely he's Amalek, a small hatter, and whether he's left the industry or not, or whether why he's living still and he's speaking all this truth is another thing. Because remember, they control the narrative. The way the Lord controls the right-hand side and the left-hand side, pursuant to Isaiah 45 verse 7, the Lord puts a spirit on evil nations like the Edomites to sort of prophesy on their end, or pressure from above, pressure from below. But either way, they're trying to control the narrative, or trying to be merciful to a certain degree. Now that we're reaching closer to the end more than ever, we're coming to the culmination point, the climax almost, where the pressure cooker is about to blow. But listen, this is just all about a lot of rappers that have sold out, for the FRNs and the disgusting things that they have to do for that money, and the fact that the music that's designed pursuing to that meeting that happened in 1991, which Bone Thugs and Harmony, I forgot that guy's name, the one of the braids, the tall slim one, I don't know his name, something, I don't know whatever his name is. There was a meeting in 91 where they wanted to change. They don't want conscious rap anymore, that rap or being a wordsmith, which would give Jake a positive outlook on life, to lift them up, to better themselves. They just wanted Jake to sort of spew garbage, and where Jake would just murder each other, kill that ninja, kill this ninja, take his baby's mother, all that kind of thing. And all the negative vibes from R&B to hip hop, they all talk about taking another man's woman, killing your own, being a gangster, being a G against your own people. But when it comes to hating the real enemy, no, man, I'm not racist, man. You can't be racist. But then you can murder your own, in such a brutal way, and then you sold out. I mean, for the love of money is root of all evil, the root of all evil. Having money or needing money, money is a defense, money is necessary, but the love of it is evil. On the flip side, you understand why Jake does what Jake does, because of the curses, and the hell Jake goes through, because the predicament Esau has created, the 3-strike law, and then they put you in a predicament, put drugs in your community, create music that will make you behave a certain way, add witchcraft to it. They do prayers on the left-hand side, which interferes with Jake's mindset, because Jake's not spiritual like that, because a lot of these Jakes haven't woken up to the truth who they are. So they're in a circle, they're just in a circle where it's a never-ending cycle of death and violence, and Jake is just looking and behaving in a way where they don't even they don't even take their head out of the sand or out of the water saying, what the hell's, what, is this normal? This ain't normal. They just ride with it. They just ride with it. And the world laughs at you. The world laughs at you. Let's just say what I was going to say.
Of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I had a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs.
And who are the record executives? Okay? So Ye and Jake's out there, and the truth that's brought out of what they own and who they own, it's the small hatters. They own everything. They run everything. They're not the salt of the earth. If they were the salt of the earth, how come they're not musicians? How come they're not the best athletes? How come they're not best? They're the best looking. They're the best, to be bluntly straightforward, just even the best lovers, Even Jake in hell is better than them. But they got this magic spell over Eve's eyes that, they're the hunk of the earth. I know I'm all over the place, but it just makes you angry. It pisses you off. Like even in the boxing world, I can't even watch two Jake boxers like hammer the crap out of each other, because when they're punching each other and everything, you feel like you're punching me, because it just hurts to see your brothers just. It's like that scene in Django where you see Jake kill another Jake. I think he snaps his neck or his arm or something in a brutal way. You can feel it hurts your spirit, man, because when you see two Jakes just go at each other like that for the amusement of these damn heathens, it pisses you off. I know I'm all over the place because we're talking about music here, but this is like all over. This is they run everything. They own the slave ships, the so-called good ship Jesus. It was Amalek. And they're meant to be under the curses. What curses do they? They're not even the people. They've pulled the greatest masquerade in history. Amalek has. By calling themselves the Lord's people. They are not the Lord's people, man. They are filthy and vile. Anyway, let's carry on with this.
And create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be.
His own people do take him down. That's pursuant to Deuteronomy 20 verse 54. Where your eyes shall be evil towards your brother. That's part of the curses. But this is all pushed by Amalek or the Edomites and pursuant to Psalms 83. Where Esau has created snares, traps, and gins for Jake to get trapped in. But this is all done by design because Yahweh Shemeshai wanted them to get trapped in it. Because that's that same generation that gave up Yahweh Shai. This is that same generation that were Mo's in previous incarnations. That's why it's so normal for them to do Mo activity and just be okay with it and look at themselves in the mirror every day. But some of them can't. You see rappers like Jim Jones and other rappers, they're always completely doped up all the time. They always what's the word? Sedated. Snoop Dogg's always sedated. When is he ever sober? Okay, they can say, yeah, they like the high and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but there's a deeper ingrained damage within them, if that's the correct term. Greater damage internally in their soul, where they know they can't face themselves and the things that they've done. Salakia for pausing. I just had to add that bit.
Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community.
Oh, Salakia, one more thing. He's saying that make the music you want to make. Jake does want to do that, but you won't allow it. Okay? And this guy says that he left the industry. I don't know how true this is, but anyway, he's speaking up now. Where was this guy speaking up 20 years ago? Or even 10 years ago? Now we're approaching the end. Now they're showing even the correct picture of what Judah looks like, Yehuda. You know, when you put in Google, you type in Judah, it goes straight to images straight away, what a Judite looks like. And now you've got, now you've got this guy talking about, make the music that you want to make. I think it's a bit too late now. You know, when the daughters of music have been brought low and the mirth is gone, which is good, is what we want. So I care for that. It really cheeses you off.
Community, reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. You know, they create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue...
Just one more thing as well. He's talking about, you know, coming together and creating your own record label and all that. Then a couple of Jakes from the South. I don't know the Jake's name, man. He used to work with Pimp C and UGK a lot back in the day. I don't know his name. I don't recollect it right now. But you know, if you're a hip hop head, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, but you know, a couple of Jakes have tried to come together, you know, to buy even NBC, I think it was NBC or something like that. Like BET was Black Entertainment Television, that got sold to ESO, right? Jakes have tried to create their own record labels, try to create their own news channels. Hell, even you know, there was so-called Black Wall Street. They won't let you. They won't live and let live because it's part of the curses. Now this guy's talking about creating your own platform. Jake's been doing that. Jake is the salt of the earth, but you guys keep stopping it. So this is all BS. I don't know how real this situation is, you know. Okay, obviously this guy's a no. When you're a record label exec, okay, you partake in those rituals, man. Okay, and this guy's probably a Mo himself. Okay, there is no way, you know, business is just done, you know, electronically or by paper. There's other rituals that are involved. He's just talking about it now because he knows he has to speak about it because we're approaching the end. Anyway, I just had to add that bit.
To do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. Now,
there you go. The guy's channel is The Real Gospel Chops. It's a Jake's channel. Check him out. Anyway, all praise to you, How Bashim Shai Bashim Shalwa.